Okay, so in this video, I really want to talk about why this year felt like that. 2023 was a very interesting year. I think that we all can say we never really felt nothing like that before. Yeah, 2023 was a very interesting year, and I can see that we all felt that because there is energy over us because we are a collective. So we all are individuals, but we all feel the same energy that is emitted from the universe. So 2023 was a very interesting year, and I can see that we all felt it. And so this year was very revealing for not just me, but for everybody, for the collective. So just to talk about myself, the beginning of the year, I went into it with a very motivated and strong mindset. I was ready to tackle the entire world, and the entire world tackled me. Okay, so 2023 wasn't giving what I thought it would give, but it gave even more. So 2023 is a universal year of a 7. If you add 2 plus 2 plus 3, you get 7. So we were under the energy of the 7 this year. So if you've ever looked at the 7, you may have seen it in the Bible when they say God rested on the 7th day. If you look at the number 7 and you think about the number line, it's facing the past, so it's looking at its past works, right? And another place that you may have seen the 7 is 777, like when you're playing the lottery, trying to get lucky and stuff like that. You've probably seen the 7. So 7 is a lucky number. So like I said, 7 is looking at its past works. It's a time of rest. It's a time of introspection. So this year was really about us resting. So me being 23, I'll be 24 in a few days. Me being 23 in this walk of life right now, I could see that people my age were not as visible as they usually were. Like, not too many people were interested in going to the clubs this year. Nobody was really interested in being front street like you may usually be. I know that for myself, I am usually front street. I'm a performer, I'm a musician, I'm a seamstress, I'm a creator. I'm always somewhere visible doing something. And like I said, I was ready to tackle the world this year, but this year tackled me. The world tackled me this year. So yeah, like that's another thing. 7 is not an overt number. 7 deals with introspection and reclusiveness. So this year you probably recluse and got to learning a lot about yourself. I can definitely say that's what happened to me and for me. So at the top of the year, a business opportunity lined up for me that really sounded like painted in glitz and gold. But the thing is, nobody was really interested in being in that ordeal of business for our love of it. It was just strictly for the money. And I don't move like that. Not talking about the 7 or nothing like that, but I have a lot of energy and a lot of love to give, but I want to give it exactly where I want to give it. And I'm not even worried about the price or the money, because I know that if I'm doing exactly what's right for me, then that's going to come. You know, I just don't be stressing that. But that dropped to the floor and cracked. And that was just me seeing that, oh man, like, God is real. Like, he's not going to let you have something for nothing. And you know what I'm saying, nobody loved that. Nobody had anything to really do with what we were getting into and stuff like that. And 7 deals with illusions. So 7 deals with illusions. So this year, people or places or things that weren't aligned with you probably got like brought to the forefront and pressed you to address it and remove yourself. Like in another video, I talked about unsubscribing. This year, you probably had to unsubscribe to a lot of things. This year probably forced you to be your most authentic self. I know that it did for me. So 7 deals with illusions. So Hollywood is ruled by the number 7. So if you noticed, a lot of films this year were alluding to the natural balance and the natural order that things are supposed to be in. So Barbie was number 1 for real. Barbie was showing that the divine feminine is really the one who is the leader. You know, the man is the physical initiator and the leader and stuff like that, but the divine feminine is God. We X her out. We say Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's the mother, the Holy Spirit. You know, we'll tap back into that. But the 7 rules is 7 great bodies of water, and the 7 is linked to the pineal gland. the color of the number 7 is also purple, which rules the crown chakra, where God speaks to you through. If you notice in Great Britain and stuff like that with the royals, to amplify their crown chakra, they put real crowns on that have jewels in them. So they put crowns on that have jewels in them to amplify their crown chakra, because they know that you can get a little bit more in contact if you use the things on the earth that have been here, if you use the things on the earth that have outlived you, if you use the things on the earth that are your elders, that are not just walking in this physical form. So this, I'm not gonna tell y'all what my crystals are, I think that's it. But yes, these things hold power. And so in a lot of movies, like I'm talking about Hollywood, they show that the characters are able to consecrate power and energy. I would love for this to focus on my crystals. It's power right there, you know? Okay. But I don't want y'all staring at them. Y'all could, but I don't want you to get stressed. But yeah, so Hollywood did a lot of showing you who we are cosmically, and they did a lot of showing like who we are as the ancients. So clap it up for Hollywood. But you have to be in tune, like you have to be out doing your research. So 7 is also a number of study and research and insight. Okay, so you have to be out doing your research so that when somebody shows you this on a movie, you be like, oh, I already know what that is. They're really telling, da, da, da. You have to be doing your research, or else you just watching a movie. You're not, no light bulbs is coming on, no bells is ringing or nothing. So Hollywood deals with illusions, and Hollywood deals with the number 7, and they did an amazing job at showing us who we really are. Baby, it was history class all year long, okay? So I will be decoding a lot of films and stuff like that. I hope that you guys caught those subliminals in these movies and things like that. So yeah, this year was very interesting. I got very, very close to my higher self, my higher knowing, my angels, my guides. My God, I got so motherfucking, like, it was just so lit. I didn't need anything extra except the information. Okay, so that's why information is depicted as light, because who said this quote, like, darkness can't drive out darkness, only light can do that, you know, type shit. That's like you being ignorant or ignorant to certain facts. Like I said, you're watching the film and you're not ignorant per se, like dumb, but you are ignorant. You're ignoring the fact that this is not fiction just because you don't know. It hasn't been revealed to you. The lightness hasn't been gifted to you in the form of information. So knowledge is light, knowledge is light code. So that's really what I'm here to do, just pass light codes, so that when you walk around in your experience, you are, you know, elevated, you're enlightened. Like, I don't want to sit here and put it in a million different ways, but you know, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. So, boom. But yeah, I just really learned a lot about our history. We really have the most blackball history that there is. You think that all things that connect you back to who you are and elevate you are evil, and that is just very ignorant. Like I said, ignorant. Just ignoring your history because nobody ever told you the light in it or the light of it. So it's okay, but we're not gonna have you out here being like that or doing that anymore. You know, it's really time. It's time for us to tap back in. There's no difference now with you and I and with what our, you know, lineage used to do, our ancestors used to do. There's no difference. We think that this really amped the world up. This is keeping us fucking stuck. This is keeping us in a loop, baby. But yeah, this was a very interesting year, and the insight that you have gained from this year, I hope that you take it with you. I hope that you do not take it lightly. I hope that you use it for this next season that we're going into, which requires elevation of not just the spiritual, which the number 7 is, not just the inside, but this next year requires the elevation of your physical and your mental. So let's talk about it. The year that we're going into is a number 8. So the number 8 deals with reaping what you sow. The number 8 deals with karma. The number 8 deals with infinity, right? The number 8 deals with what goes around comes around. If you look at the alphabet, the 8th letter of the alphabet is the H, right? The H is the ladder. The H is only as self-sufficient as it allows itself to climb, type shit, right? So the 8 deals with evolutionary achievement. So how I said, what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. You get what you give. It's a trend right now with Instagram and our socials that's like standing on business. And I just think that's so funny because it's just hilarious that as I'm talking about universal energies, we're all in sync, whether you know it or not. You're gonna already be, you know what I'm saying, acting on that energy, acting on that like frequency, acting on that wave of thought and shit like that. But you're just not conscious of it. So that's really my thing, to like allow you to be conscious of it so you could be a big boss in this game.
To let you know what time it is. It's like getting to school late and everybody's going to lunch. You don't know what's going on, but it's still time for you to go to lunch. So that's how you would be if I wasn't here, confused and going to lunch. But I'm here to tell you, it's lunchtime. Go to your locker, get your lunch out.
This game, you know what I'm saying? So with the number 8, how we're talking about standing on business, the number 8 literally rules all of the big business in the world. The number 8 rules authority. The number 8 rules sports arenas. The number 8 rules the fiscal system. So not just a bank, but bitch, everything running the bank, all of the money being printed by the bank, all of that is ran off the number 8. The fuck? Oh. Let me tap in a little bit before I tweak it. That is so funny. Oh, that is interesting. The word karma and the word God are synonymous vibratively. That's hot. Okay. But yeah, like looking at the physical structure of the number 8, you have a bottom circle and you have a top circle. 2 circular objects, 2 garnerings of energy. We got 2 circles. So it's dealing with the higher self and it's dealing with the lower self. It's dealing with the spiritual plane and it's dealing with the physical plane. So this year is gonna call for you to use everything you learned last year about your spirit and your soul and walk in it. All right, and we gonna really see who's standing on business, because if you're not walking in it, if you're not walking what you're talking, baby, you might as well just sit down. If you're not walking what you're talking, you're gonna stand out. Everybody's gonna know. Everybody's gonna see your bluff. Everybody's gonna call your cap. So that's why I was like, everything that you learned in that last year, I really hope that you don't take that lightly and that you walk into this year, because like I said, it's the year of karma. 8 is also a death cycle. So this shit might just kill you for you not being as authentic as you can be. And I'm trying to be light-hearted and a little bit funny about it, but it's not funny at all. Let me be for real. 8 is really a death cycle. So 8 rules old houses. 8 rules the skeletal system. 8 rules cemeteries. 8 rules, like I said, authoritative type things, sports arenas, government, the police. Like, it is a very big fucking deal. Like, an 8 is the principal walking in the room, bitch, and you better be tightened up. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna play around with you at all. So the signs that need to be on their P's and Q's so they can pipe up, these are the signs that will really be piped up the most this year if they're on their P's and Q's. And these are the signs that will be reaping what they sow the most if they're not on their P's and Q's. So we've got the Capricorn, the Scorpio, the Aquarius, and anybody with the names Q, H, or Z. This is y'all's year. So I really, really hope that you use the energy from this year and pipe up. Come on now. Like, pipe up. Like, pop your shit, baby. Like, this is you. Like, this is your time. So last year was my time. Like, I was a 7. And when I tell you, I took full advantage of that year. I got so many gifts. I got so many blessings. I got so many lessons. I got so much of myself given back to me that had been taken away from everybody else's perception or ideas or requirements or requests. I got it all back that year. Like, 7 really let me do what I want But I'm gonna keep it going in this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna reap what I sow in this year. But we ain't gonna talk too much about me. It's about us. So yeah. So with the number 8 year, it rules your digestion and it rules your respiratory system. So this is the year where you really want to be keeping it cool. If you're a big smoker, y'all might want to do what Snoop Dogg really said he was gonna do and not smoke no more. Like, cut that shit out. Y'all really might want to cut that shit out. Especially if your name starts with an A. Definitely not for you. It rules the digestive system. So the next thing that I have been noticing as I live my whole holistic life is that it is barely any fucking food out here. Y'all can keep eating all y'all stuff that came off a motherfucking factory line or that came off the motherfucking roadkill funeral home truck. Y'all can keep eating that if you want to, but it's killing you. And I just told you, this is literally the month. This is literally the year of death. So play if you want to. Like, I just really can't play no more. I think that is very important. I only get one vessel. Now this soul gonna do what it do whenever it want to do it, where it want to do that, but I only get one vessel. And I don't want to live it in a way where I have to pay for how I lived later. See clearly. All right. I don't want to reap what I sow later down the line because of what I want to do now based off of my willingness to be ignorant. Pick you up a book. Pick you up a YouTube video, baby. Pick you up a fruit. Like, pick you up something that's going to fucking benefit you. But okay, tapping back in, it rules the digestive system. So it's not a lot of food out here. Me being somebody who I don't care to eat sugar, I don't care to eat anything that's not alive. Like, my third eye is open. I can look at things and see if it's, I can see the soul in it. There's not a lot of food out here. So be mindful of your digestive system this year. Be mindful of your respiratory system this year. Be mindful of run-ins with the law this year. A lot of that really might be going on. A lot of run-ins with the law and shit like that. Stay on your P's and stay on your Q's. I'm telling you, it's like being in elementary school or something and taking the CRCT. It's like being in college, trying to go to college and taking the SAT. You need to be on your P's and Q's or you will get kicked out this bitch. Or you will eat now. Stop. But a lot of people are going to become interested in the occult this year. Makes sense because, like I just said, you looked inward in that 7. Like, you saw that all of the things that you thought were spooky and weird and kooky and all that stuff is really what's going to help you rise to the power that you are meant to surmount in this real life. So expect a lot of knowledge of the occult and execution of like spiritual practices and things that actually benefit the mind, body, and the soul to be in the forefront this year. Don't make fun of people when you see them studying their stars. I have to go, but don't make fun of people when you see them in their fucking bag and elevating their life, okay? So this 8 year is not gonna play with anybody. It's not. But 8 is also domination. So be mindful of big acts from like the military and stuff like that. People like that trying to really play you out your position and reap you for your spot. Like neurochips and stuff like that. Like, we just learned that we are like spiritual beings and we can contact and connect God and connect with other people and connect with our different astral bodies, our metaphysical bodies. And they don't want to stop that. A lot of people don't have that ability innately, and so, or as strong as other people do. So they're going to try to play you out of that position. So be mindful of a lot of that coming and really stand down 10 toes. This is really your year to stand on business, and I hope that you reap exactly what you sow. But yeah, it's win, and I had a lot of fun talking to you guys, reminiscing about this number 7 year and all that it gave, and how we're going to walk into our purpose and stay on our P's and Q's in this 8. All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all.